important changes that I realized is I found myself more confident and I felt more safe while sharing. Because for my own Instagram account, I don't post things. I think it is just for me to, I don't know, it's just, I just put it there and I don't use it. And I think, yeah, so after this challenge, I realized that sharing can also be an interesting thing. Because sometimes when I post something about what happened today, and there will be my friends that they have interactions with me, and I think it is a way to grow bonds and connections. And also, after this project,
and there are some future actions I may take in the near future. The first one is applying for a double major in Japanese in order to take free Japanese courses. And I've already applied for it. Yeah, but we'll see what the outcome is. I don't know whether I'm qualified. And the second action is take the Japanese exam. I think they can serve as milestones in the learning process, and I've already registered for it, so I'll take the exam in this summer vacation. And the last one is applying for exchange student program. And I think by becoming an exchange student, I can not only learn Japanese, but I can also experience a totally different culture deeply, which means I can get more chance to communicate with more Japanese people.
First, who is my role model? My role model is Wu Danru, and she's a radio host and also a writer. And she's a talented person. She likes to explore new things. Like what I admire her most is that she likes to study because she wants to get more knowledge. And she's also a positive person. She shares many tips about how to live a happy life in her books. And why I chose her as my role model? Because I found out that I'm afraid of getting out of my comfort zone. Like my daily routine are almost the same every day. Just having class in the morning, and after class I just went to the library or just went back to the dormitory. Even in the weekend I just stay in the dormitory, so I think that my life is quite boring, so I want to make some change.
Development is I improve my programming skills, of course, because I need to do 2 or 3 websites, so of course I improving my programming skills, but that is not the most important part, I think. And then second one, I get a sense of achievement, and because doing a website or set up a website is the thing that I originally think is too hard for me or too impossible for me. But after GPT invented, I think, oh, that is possible now. And then the second one, I think it's the last but not least, is the most vital one that I got during this whole project, because I could do my website because of fun, because I don't need to care about like social pressure, GPA or productivity like that. I just do what I love and do it because of fun. So I think I could get pure joy and pure happiness during this whole section. Yeah.
I will take more interest in my class from various subject fields because I think I've learned a lot from it, and I can practice my English listening and speaking, and place myself in an inevitable English learning environment really helps me a lot, and I can't avoid it, so I really have a great job, but I can see my effort. Yeah, I put a lot of effort in this. So.
Besides exams for week 8 and 9, because it's a midterm exam week, and I'm a very lazy person, so I won't study a day before. So, for example, like accounting test I take on Monday, I studied in the Monday 5 a.m. and I study for 2 hours at 7 a.m. and I sleep till 12 o'clock, and I go to take a test. And I didn't finish it because I'm late. Yeah, so
finding the learning material. As I decide I want to learn Korean, I start to find that how I could learn. And I find that I have a Korean book that I can use them for my project. So with
week 1 is based on focusing on those things. And for week 2, I start to learning vowels and consonants. So here are my notes that I write some vowels and consonants. And the feelings for these 2 weeks is that I feel really tired to spend extra time learning, because those 15 minutes that I have my whole day class, after my whole day class and back to my home, and I have to pay more time, spend more time learning that, but I don't have those habits before. I just lay on my bed after school, so I think this is a big challenge for me.
And here are my future actions. First is learn from losses. So this one is very important for me as well, because whenever I have a bad grades or like even arguments, I think I could write it down in a notebook to tell myself to never let that happen again. To take myself as an example, like around 1 or 2 months ago, I had a group homework, and my job that time was to summarize the article, but I completely forgot about it. And it wasn't until my friend told me about it that I realized that I had that work. So I pretty much just threw the entire article to ChatGPT and let him do it for me. And so I just pasted the entire thing and then handed it in. But I didn't double check. So the thing ChatGPT gave it to me was completely, unrelated to the article. So everyone was quite mad at me.
My role model is Oprah Winfrey. She is an American talk show host, a television producer, actress, author, and she also participates in charity events. And she is famous for her Oprah Winfrey Show, which is an educational program and talks about education, self-improvement, and life struggles. And she has a quite difficult childhood. She faced with discrimination and abuse, and she also comes growing up in poverty. Okay.
Role model. He is Hong Jun. He is the leader of ATEEZ, which is a Korean male idol group. And he is also the first trainee of his company, K2 Entertainment. Actually, he knows nothing about idol before entering his company, because at first he wants to be a composer but not an idol. Okay, so he likes challenges. Since they debuted in 2018, he has kept composing a lot of music and tried a lot of challenges, like make his own perfume, join Paris fashion show, and learn how to play electric guitar for a solo at a concert. He once memorized about 200 music terms a day to persuade his teacher that he had a potential to be his student.
So my role model is Bill Gates, and he is the co-founder of the Microsoft and have a great impact on the personal computer. And he has been the CEO for almost 25 years before he retired. And also he is a well-known bookworm that he once said that most of knowledge are come from books, and he reads 1 book per week and almost 50 books per year. And also he shares his book list to everyone each year. So here are 4 tips that Bill Gates recommend to the readers. Like first, to take note on the margins of every page while reading. And second is to just finish the whole book one time. And the third one is to spend at least 1 hour per day for reading. And the fourth is to choose your favorite material to read, such as digital or physical. And to me, I like to read the physical book. So later we will see the books I read this semester.
And it's illness. who is one of the richest men in the world, and he is also a founder and a leader of several companies, including Tesla, SpaceX, and X, formerly known as Twitter. And the reason I picked Elon Musk as my role model is because I have been a procrastinator for so many years, and I realized this problem, but I never tried to fix it. So tried the method that was recommended by Bill Gates and Elon Musk called time boxing, just like testing. And it's a strategy that helps people allocating their whole day with many tasks, just like making a daily schedule.
My role model is ISO Speed, and people call him Speed. His real name is Darren Jackson Watkins Jr. He's an American YouTuber. He has 39.6 million subscribers. And why people love him? Because he play the games in the live and travel around the world. But many YouTubers doing this. But he really attract me is next. Is his personality. He has hyperactive and over-the-top reaction to his audience. Every audience watch his video game live never get bored. And he sometimes unpredictable. You can find he sometimes bark to the strangers on the road. So very cool man. But I really want to learn from him is his high energy. Next.
I really don't have a great attitude for my bad emotions, like everyone. So most of the time, when you have a bad emotion or you're really under pressure, you'll throw it to someone else, like being mean to others because you don't feel well. Some people will do that, and that's one of me. I'm one of them. So I don't want to do that. I want to have a healthy emotion dealing. I want to deal my emotion well and healthy. So I want to learn how Ed Sheeran does. He creates or he saves when he has a bad emotion. So I will do something like that.
Okay, so my group power says several things. The stock market is designed to transfer money from active to patient. Also, the best investment you can make is to invest yourself. The more you learn, the more you will earn. So tell everyone to study more. Okay. And next is someone is sitting in shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So it means that we can't be so arrogant. We need to be grateful of what we have right now. And the next one, I think, is the most important part for all the investors in the market is that be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So for me, I always play mahjong because I don't get fearful. Okay, so I lose a lot. That's not good advice.
And my role model is Tim Cook, who is the CEO of Apple, and his habits is he wakes up at 3:45 a.m. every day, and after he wakes up in the morning, he will respond 700 to 800 emails a day. And why he is my role model is because of his hardworking and efficient work. So I make some goals to imitate like him.
Some engineers handed out to students said that the bike, they have a lot of bikes in the fitness center, but not that many people use bikes. So we try to we will tell the school and administrators to maybe reallocate the resources, like maybe reduce the bikes and add more dumbbells or weights.
And this is our overall system, and that's how it's separately in detail. And the first part, we asked them if they have ever avoided using the restrooms in information buildings. And the results come out 46% of female have ever actively avoid using restrooms, and just 14% of male. But like you can see, there is no obvious preference between the race for female and male. So for my personal guesses, I think the male, it is not because the males are satisfied with the overall environment in the restroom. I think it is because they'll just tolerate it.
The first is academic inequality. For example, we're both in the same class, so we are ranking will be compared. But today I choose a lesson that is easy to get right, but you choose a lesson that is hard and difficult and not that easy to get great. And the result comes out that I got a higher score. But does that mean that I put more effort in this lesson and you don't? I think the answer is not really. So that leads to some kind of academic inequality. And also, there's distort the intended purpose of GPA. Like the original goal of GPA courses is to make students experience different kind of knowledge beyond their major. But this kind of phenomenon will distort the original value.
So why do we choose this topic? Because according to personal experience, we often choose GE courses and not satisfied with it. And students, we observe that some students, maybe myself, are sometimes disengaged to the general education courses. So we want to know, does it need to exist or how do we improve it? So we hypothesize that most students of NCCU consider GE courses unnecessary. Okay.
Our main response is dormitory, playground, and general building, while at night. And the recess or reading that students study is for our future research, we will improve our sample size because we just have 20 sample size and we cannot just represent the whole campus based on this small sample size.
We will talk about why we do this research topic. It is because both my partner and I have been experienced sometimes umbrella-based audit, or we just forget to bring one. And we check with our friends and we get the same feedback. Most students, and that's why we decided to start this topic.
They don't have to buy a new one from the convenience store, which can save their money.
Also, being a student studying in Taipei is very it is raining a lot in Taipei. So I think this research will be helpful for us. Our hypothesis is that a well-designed campus umbrella sharing system will be better choices when the student face getting caught in the rain. But the hypothesis is that it is well-designed.
College life, and also the importance because GPA will influence not only your chance to apply for the master's degree, but also the chance to apply for the future job or internship. So GPA is a very important thing in our college life. So I want to discuss about those GPAs, and I figured out there's a problem. It's the grade inflation problems that it has been discussed for a few years, and it becomes more seriously recently. So I come up with a hypothesis that grade inflation exists at NCCU and influence students' behavior and study attitudes, and it also reducing the perceived need to put in effort to achieving good results in certain courses. Like people is easier to get high grading, so they will put less effort in to study. Yeah, and this is my hypothesis, and I will verify it in my later method and student questionnaire.
Separate the course into compulsory course and general knowledge
Almost 90%
for different kind of courses that inflation situation is different, and students' attitude towards different courses is different.
Schools should regulate grade inflation in certain courses.
courses. Over half of students agree that we should regulate the problem. And for question 6, I believe that I didn't change the title. And almost like 19 students said they think the grade pressure would costly unfair to students who choose courses that are more difficult to get high grade A, and like 15 students think it will affect students' study attitude and behavior, and like almost 10, like 9 students think it will make students hear more about how easy it is to get high grades instead of how they can learn from the course content.
And this question is, have you heard of your friends or other people select classes that can get high score easily in order to maintain a high GPA? Okay. And there's only one people respond no. I have no idea why did they answer no? Okay, and we also asked a very interesting question, is like, what do you think it is a high score in one class? So most of them answer, so 65% answer 90 to 94 if you think that this class give you a high score. And even 30% of people respond that over 95 points is a high score to get a class.
Friends or classmates choose this.
And the next question is the small topic we discussed in the double major system, and are they satisfied with it?
We also asked,
and the result says that there's around 45% that they think is so-so, and 15% thinks that is quite good. So that there's almost half of people think that the current system is not good enough for them.
We did the face-to-face questionnaire, and we did this survey in 2 weeks between April and May 2025. And we have collected the questionnaire from 11 students who are currently taking courses in the marketing program, and 10 students who are only interested in applying for the program. And here are some results. First, we asked the students who are currently taking the program whether they encounter some difficulties when they want to select some desired courses. And we can see that over how much is this? And over about 80% of them thinks that they encounter this problem more than sometimes. And also we want to look into the impact of this problem. So we asked if the situation caused any difficulties when they are doing their study plans or career plans. And over 50% of them reported that these can cause some difficulties.